am this. Yes, this na time for all Salon people and them party them. Sarah J Media will be bringing you a variety of programs ranging from documentaries to discussions, interviews, news, views, sports, and entertainment. Our programs will contain matters on development, governance, the economy, and issues that are of importance to Sierra Leone. So, no left BNO because we get Bebe program then like Salon discussion, meets the ministers, the president's hour, and the Gladi program. Look me, I look you. All this they start soon na www.sarahjmedia.org. Now who's tem these?
As we talk about burning issues ranging from politics to the economy, culture to sport, education to entertainment, corruption to the environment, we realize the Sierra Leone story is far from finished. So, Sierra Leone Media Production brings you Zooming In. Zooming In is the program that engages everyday people, entrepreneurs, inventors, entertainers, activists, policymakers, and politicians to discuss and debate issues relating to Sierra Leone. Zooming In digs deep into the issues and stories. Zooming In ensures the debate is pushed to another level. Zooming In asks those questions that has never been asked before. So, join us, host Chumaba.
When I was young, a lot of things were different. Unfortunately, most of the differences seen now are heartbreaking and are not good at all.
Before now, men were strong protectors of the weak, fathers, brothers, lovers, sons. Their mere presence guaranteed the safety of women and children.
But what do we do now?
Men harassing and raping women.
Men sexually abuse little girls.
Men battering and killing their wives.
Any form of sexual assault, be it rape, sexual abuse, or pedophilia, is a killer to human self-esteem.
Women should stop dying in silence.
Speak now.
The rapist should be stigmatized, not the victim.
I think death sentence should be the consequence of such terrible acts.
And you mothers, build confidence in your children, put trust in them, listen to them when they make reports, and take necessary actions.
Talking of mothers before now, women were virtuous.
They were mothers, daughters, and sisters.
Nurturing, counseling, supporting their men folks.
But now, women are trafficking female children for money. Women are forced to be silent.
All this must stop, and it must stop now.
Real men do not abuse, rape, or molest women and children. It is barbaric, unacceptable. Let all real men stand with us.
Together, let's say an emphatic no to rape, sexual abuse, pedophilia, and domestic violence.
Of all the crimes committed against a person, rape is the one that leaves a person feeling very violated. A rape victim is often left with the feeling that a part of them has been torn apart.
To use another person's body and ignore the souls that resides within is one of the most outstandingly shocking crimes that one person can commit against another.
Some men harass and rape their women.
Some men sexually abuse underage girls.
Some men beat and kill their wives.
Any form of sexual assault is unacceptable.
There must be consent before you act.
Being in a relationship is not consent.
If they are not sober, they can't consent.
Flirting is not a consent.
We had sex before is not consent.
Silence. It's not consent.
Only an informed, sober, freely given, ongoing and enthusiastic yes is consent.
Women should stop dying in silence.
A man does not become a real man by physically dominating a woman. A man becomes a real man by loving, protecting and respecting the woman.
Real men do not rape or abuse women and children.
Let all real men stand with us. And together, let's say no to child abuse, no to domestic violence, no to all forms of rape, be it spousal rape, intimate partner rape, child sex abuse, statutory rape, date rape, serial rape, and gang rape.
We must rise up against this ugly trend.
Justice for one, justice for all.
All sexual assault must stop, and it must stop now.
I was raped multiple times by my aunt's boyfriend when I was 6.
I was repeatedly raped at the age of 8 by a close family member.
I was raped at 19. I didn't speak openly about it because I was ashamed and afraid that people would judge me.
I was raped at age 5 by my caregiver's husband.
On June 17th, 2020, 5-year-old Khadija Sakho, a beautiful little girl from Freetown, Sierra Leone, was repeatedly raped and strangled to death, allegedly by her own cousin. Her death shocked the nation. But in truth, in this small West African country, 9 out of 10 girls experience some form of sexual violence in their lifetime. Think about that for a second. 9 out of 10. That's 90%. My name is Aisha Sase. I'm a journalist and activist. I'm joining forces with Idris Elba and other activists from across Sierra Leone to support the survivors of sexual violence with the Survivors Solidarity Fund. Please consider donating whatever you can afford. All monies raised will go to 4 local organizations currently providing free medical and legal services to survivors. 5-year-old Khadija lost her life to sexual violence. That same threat remains for millions of others. So this is also a call for you to use your voice, your power, to draw attention to an enduring culture of rape. Together, we must end it now. My name is Aisha Sase. I am Khadija Sakho.
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 We are Khadija Sakho.
We are all Khadija Sakho.
Salon people and then party them. Sarah Gem Media will be bringing you a variety of programs ranging from documentaries to discussions, interviews, news, views, sports, and entertainment. Our programs will contain matters on development, governance, the economy, and issues that are of importance to Sierra Leone. So, no left BNO because we get Bebe program then like Salon discussion, meets the ministers, the President's Hour, and the Gladi program. Look me, I look you. All this they start soon na www.sarahgemmedia.org. Now who's tem these?
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. People are going to surprise you when they say good night, but you have to understand, say, most part of the Caribbean, then good morning and good night, then can say, so don't be surprised. Depending on whose part of the world today, we say welcome to CRGM Media Platform. We say to reviewers them, una thank you, una cabo, una kushe, and we appreciate una for all the support we don't get. Mina Jumaba, and I get with me Sylvester T-Boy Dugba and Femi Palmer. As always, we don't know whether we meet our expectations then, but we did try with level best. So on our feedback, them very important. But we are here to serve our community, to help with information, education, entertainment, and anything we go push we all and unite we together as one people, one nation, one world. Today, Sunday, we get, as we mentioned yesterday in the program, they launch a new program today. We get for the Come to Una this platform. Some of Una don't watch that program, they are different platforms or familiar with the host for that program. For that program officially today, they come to CRGM Media and they bring them to Una live. And it will be an interesting one because they get for do with well-being and with health. So T-Boy, say hello to Fambul them this Sunday. I don't know if now afternoon Usa you day or a good evening.
Well, Fambul on a good evening Usa day, but afternoon Usa Juma day, and good morning Usa Mino day.
Right. Well, as I introduced, I say yesterday we get a program where we launch today for be part of the CRGM Media portfolio of programs that we do, and we don't promise say as the weeks and months they go by, we get big things coming, and this is now one of them where we put Nado today. So tell me a little bit more about this program.
You can look for puts me in the spot, man. You just can't do anything for me now. You don't even request whether I'm prepared for saying about this program. But anyway, this program we are there since inception. I don't watch, I don't see how they grow. You don't born boku picking then you begin not begin born grand picking. But I realize say where you don't turn what's in the guy's word? Ajayi. You say when I can say Ajayi na the grown.
Yeah.
You don't wrong that you gone.
You don't map that
Kang
Yeah.
So anyhow you do say the food spot, he asks for shifts because
Yeah.
even the one leg say we go, the two they stand. So basically, on a very serious note, this now a program where consists of so many things that we make we become human being. We now one key aspect of our life when we hurt. And in that regards, this person done day with this program for quite some time. Now in profession, now like in daily bread, in wake, sleep, and grab. Now that's so not to any kind strange thing to them. Even we say even now they struggle for like a go into that in depth of them particular thing then they. But not really wanna tell them. Like a way they wanna fall, they say, okay, they catch me, they can't close, they jacking foot back, they move. But God say, you go run to
where you no go hide.
You no go hide.
Well,
it's a bit that fan away they take cage fall. Where the fall they go far, they send the fanner.
Fanner or blind.
Na fanner or me that you get that know that kushu blind, but also that kushu blind. You get that big when I blind actually not so fan and a blind.
Left no.
That fish blind. But you know say me never the told fish, I don't say na blind, na fan and them, but
when me I be use them for supply breed, so I make a
But finally, the trap don't cage. And when the trap cage, now God sent. So when God sends something for you, Olam. Not if I make it go again, no.
Right.
Because right now the tension one. But I see without all this, so long time caravan.
Yeah. Well, like I can say and say, dear, Safu nine catch monkey. If you want for catch monkey, mago where they go. So you get for make Safu. But one thing I want for tell viewers them, it's an exciting day for we in Asiagen Media, and more so not just because we they host the program, but waiting the content with that program they carry and how important for we, because like T-Boy say, it has to do with our health and well-being. And then the key, because not to alter, because we come to issue of health and well-being, now some scary business, because some not all my one go hospital, because you wonder say if I go hospital, waiting they go tell me, now decision we go make her feel good or make her feel bad, so no. So sometimes and then education what they get, it help with for early intervention, it help with for prevention and all them things. And so it's an opportunity to get valid information from somebody we not to just talk but it live on because now in profession like how T-Boy say, so it's a way of life, a part of life of that particular person there. And the program itself, they call them the health show, correct, T-Boy?
That's correct.
All right, and this program done they run for over 7 months. However, we know when this individual start first by sending, text messages, then they begin to pictures or flyers about health promotion on different issues then. But in main area where it start with where concern about now cancer. But you don't look at and say you cannot discuss cancer in isolation. Because it affects other things them or other things then and they trigger that. So based on that, it become a package, a holistic health and well-being show where Inking host, they bring guests and they bring other people and for host for them, depending on the areas within they discuss. And so we're really excited. We want Una for be part of this. And as well, you get the opportunity for the send we information and or ask questions then behind the scenes. We know they say the person will serve as your consultant, but it's able for direct you to resources within your communities. It's able for ask the questions them on your behalf. It's able for talk to you in confidence as well. So it's bigger than just coming on a show and talking for 30 minutes or 1 hour or 2 hours. T-Boy, so which do they look forward to, for subsequent shows then before we introduce this beautiful individual now we own salon person as well. It is part of the community. And all we can do is to work together as people. Now make we say Asiagen Media. Now, the narrative for be shaped for we Africans. Sometimes able for read the way the it's my right, but when you person, your own sister talk to you, break and down, then you be able to understand better. So what are you looking forward to in the next month, years, and possibly decades coming for this show now platform?
Well, it's endless. Basically, if I say is limited at the joke, it's endless. And when I say it's endless, it means you always expect the unexpected, and it not just gets knowledge, but it also versatile. So basically, you might be thinking what is going to happen next week or the week after, and it always come up with surprises. Right. Even me, we don't follow them for the past couple of years. I think I don't follow them for way maybe they go primary school. You know too. Right. So I really sabi this sport and it's full of surprises. And they ever done for surprise you. So it doesn't matter how long you don't sabi them, but they always come up with something we're totally new. So from now on to the next couple of weeks, in fact, there is a lot on the kitty we're ready for release. But that I own duty now for making do that day. I can't speak for her and not possibly you able for talk for. Because you say you stop, that they in the start. So there is no way you can be on in defense. But as far as I know, the surprises that we get for Kamwe, we will look forward to them. We will help for make them work. We will help for make them get the voice where they need to forget. And we will help for make sure say their voice they go all outside is supposed to go. Because like they always say, your health is your wealth. So basically there is nothing more than that.
All right. Well, you know, your health is your wealth. Now, make it important for Lay. You go to tune into this program. It will run on Thursdays for now, because we get a few things that we will change because of the winter season and so many other things. I mean, as we know, we become like regular on social media because of the COVID and things and on the change. So we have been the change along with that because we don't want to follow and miss out at all. Before we call this person, I honestly want to bring Mr. Obafemi Palmer because I get forget the brunt of the work what they do behind the scenes. Is this an exciting addition to a workload or is this a burden? What do you have to say, Mr. Palmer? Welcome as well to the program.
Hello, Juma. Can you hear me?
If you talk small, no more loud, then we
hear me now?
Just come on church. Yeah, but now for talk loud.
Okay.
Could I say go church?
Me.
I know the answer, it boy.
Yeah.
Yes. So what you make us say? I one name the person, but not me task than this. I'm not good to dandy. Yes. So for me. Yeah, it's another show to we feather, I will say, or another feather to we I am excited. You know, yes, the workload it means another day of work, but how for do? This is what we're here to do. We're here to support our community in any way possible. We don't run after this person for a while, or should I say we don't follow in activities and for a while. And we really appreciate what they do. So for we the Brand Council platform, I can't complain at all about the workload. I'm actually super excited. Can't wait.
So it's a good problem to have.
Yes, it is. I really can't wait to work on it because me say get for land boku. You know, health. We not know young again. So if I for me could learn all the FF symptoms that we sometimes we can play we go now for deal with them. From the experts with this person be and all the people that we there around them, we go help share the knowledge.
All right. Thank you so much. And you talking about that, the things we take for granted, the advices that we take for granted can cost we. Because one thing I want for a test, I know say the individual they can mention some of the program them, it only so much put premium on exercise, especially during this COVID. They don't talk about us on a land for exercise, on this, on that. However, we can ignore. T-boy, then days here, you know, a grab a sailor go exercise. I use for waka and run 2.5 miles, 3 miles, 4 miles.
All I talk and get.
Listen me, I use for. So me go a waka 2.5 miles. Then I say, okay, I run a half a mile. I not even run for 100 meters. If you are the pants, like say, I can't digest. So I be like, when you get motor gearbox with the engine, the all loose. Now say you get dead. So then, you know, it just trigger me. Say, this not the advice they would and they give me, but they take for granted. And you know, so we happy like we Femi say we say being get for land.
And also, what he not give for talk now, the fact say right now, he need for change in one wardrobe. But that is a different show.
But that's not so true. Look, me BMI no increase, nothing the same.
That's true. But what you know they see that chair they enough from chest to below. So maybe just left so one know what's in the chest below. If tell me one switch camera to your chest below, and I just careful do that.
Yeah, them una ignore T-boy, then I just blackmail. They try for blackmail me right now. Even the posting way in at the show, you know, recently we talk on video, he see me, you know, full name, and he no say not to it in T-boy talk. Well, Fabulem, we don't talk too much. We happy we wanna join we, and we glad it. Today we can launch the health show now. They say a gem media platform again for the canton now every Thursday for now. And then after when the time and they change, we will make Lekuna know. I get the privilege and the opportunity for introduce to wonderful Sierra Leonean way in the salon community, mostly in the UK, and it can go salon as well, do a few things then. We officially launch the health show. We hosted by no other person than Mrs. Aisata Sise Jallo, when I talk show host and a health and well-being advocate. Madam Aisata Sise Jallo, welcome officially to Sierra Media. And thank you. Look the bright smile we keep. Wow, it looks so healthy. It looks so well. So we don't know because you know we possibly smile like that. So welcome, ma.
Thank you very much, Juma. Thank you, Femi. Thank you, T-Boy. Of course, you guys are the faces of Sierra Gem Media. So thank you so much, Sierra Gem Media, for accepting my offer to come and, show myself on your platform. So thank you for bringing the health show to Sierra Gem Media. I'm very, very pleased. I'm so excited. I'm overwhelmed. I'm anxious. I'm everything right now, which is usually not my norm. So thank you.
We're happy that you're here as well. And we want for we toast to something. I don't know what it is, T-Boy. Say, now you na chief Pekin, so you lead we for what you call it.
The Creole Marine are the alcohol specialist, call them more. Now me Muslim Pekin, they can't tell me for can toast to something.
No,
but never mind.
You go church in the past.
So you know go church, you just wear coats normal Sunday, it's enough.
All right, let me come. I turn back to you. T-Boy don't pass on to you. Let's toast to something good. And then we start the ball rolling because we want follow Fambul and no say we know they just can't blab today now for educate, inform and entertain. So wow, boy, certain and family they can't
I tell you?
Yeah, he's
like you.
Yes. So we start with the ABCs of breast cancer today because I don't know if not breast cancer month or week. It's a month, right? A month, okay, breast cancer month. So a whole lot. So it will be weekly programs for now, and we can start. Leona no say not to just talk, but we go learn a lot today. So over to you, Femi. Lead with another small ceremony day for toast, and we ask the viewers themselves for join we. You can do your imaginary toast. You can join and wish we well. Over to you, Femi.
You still know the try.
Yeah.
Anyway, logo. This to the health show, to Aisata joining us. May we educate our community, educate ourselves for years and years and years to come. Aisata, welcome.
Yes. My toast is to health and well-being.
Thank you, Aisata.
My thought is what God has put together, let no man put us.
So they say let no man push pass under.
Well, Barry puts not get limit to because they pass on that all.
Oh, Barry puts not get limit, eh?
No.
Yeah, Barry.
Barry calls back. Can't you just know when they say Barry puts not get limits?
All right, Aisita. So over to you. Tell me what's in the package for this month.
Well, again, good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all the viewers. Like we all say, this is to do with Africa and African people. So good evening to we papa them, to we mama them, to we sisters and brothers, and we picking them. I tell you now, thank you for joining me today, and I hope and pray that if now one sense of una take go with, it will be of great use to una, or una go able go share with the next person. So whatever you hear here, please don't hesitate to tell a friend and a friend and a friend and a friend, because it will make a lot of difference to everybody's lives. Well, this month is a very, very serious month and a very important month. It is the International Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So it's not just to do with Africa, it's an international thing. And it's also something the World Health Organization, we know, so we big papa, we're in charge of all the health policies and guidelines and issues now the whole world recognize and declare, say this month it's to talk about breast cancer. It's to raise awareness about early detection. It's to raise awareness about prevention. It's to raise awareness about how we can give hope to people who are already fighters or survivors, and how we can save lives. So it is a lot. It has a lot of information, but with the hope and grace of God, we go through the month. By today, we just know the basics. I call it the ABC, because we all know, so where you go to school, the first thing where you learn or where people begin talk, the first thing where they begin teaching now ABC or 1, 2, 3 before they take you through the whole 26 alphabets. So today, not just a summary of breast cancer, what do you mean? And then as we go along week by week, I go break them down into, we go look at the signs and symptoms, and we go look at the different treatment options where they, and also we go look at some of the support we are available where or if you self they experience or go through breast cancer, and how for support people and how for look for support wherever you then at the world. And also we go also make sure say we recognize the fact say this October month is also a month known as Toptober. It's also a month where they encourage everybody where they smoke for stop for smoke, or for try for stop for smoke, because again we know say as we go learn more and more, we know say smoking, cigarette or whichever type, there are also risk factors towards increasing your risk of breast cancer. So that is what we'll go do. And then of course I go make sure say one of the projects that I'm so passionate about right now, where for kickoff in terms of fundraising, I could tell people there about that today, so that whichever way they can help or support or sponsor or donate, we're more than willing. But also this platform go there and be available for anybody who feels say it don't be touched by waiting they talk about. When they want to reach out, please make them feel comfortable and confident for reach out. I practice a high level of confidentiality, because not only because you know my salon sister, I will go talk you business, because if I talk you business, I'm still accountable to me regulatory board. So you get the right for go let me complain, as long as you get the right evidence and the clear evidence say I don't break your confidentiality. I also very mindful that not to all things asabi. So that is why I can always note a disclaimer for say, all of the Guyana for kind of tease you, make you begin think, make you begin look out for things, so that when you notice them things that you go able to go to the right expert or professional, we go able help you more. So now that I get for saying, now that I go left now for now. Over to you, Juma.
All right, thank you so much, Aisata. And like I say, we're looking forward to exciting programs today and beyond. And definitely, like you emphasize, they claim say you sabi alting, and you they give opinion, you they tease conversation, you they tease remind them that we think, so people go do themselves on research, and obviously you go point them to resources now in community, more so now the United Kingdom, USAID, and we therefore try for make sure say we expand that a little bit, for try for put together resources for Sierra Leone as well as United States, more so now the areas them in the UK, as the US side, get large concentration of Sierra Leoneans them, so we're looking forward to this. So me go there today, they monitor the chat group for you, ask your questions. This are the ABC of breast cancer program. You say we learn for read ABCD today. So we learn about breast cancer from the beginning, because the physio talk about breast cancer, we own imagination, firstly. As a man, we know for talk about time first, because if you see the bobby business in a private area, we know for talk about. But for possibly me understanding that we man them equally get responsibility for we girl picking them, for we sister them, for we, for help we wife them, we mama them, and any, body with they around we for make sure say, because if they get sick, you'll be affected directly. You'll be impacted directly. The family will be impacted. The community will be impacted. So we ask you questions to Isata, send you your opinion, and it will clarify with Sabi as well. Please, me go monitor. But Isata, let me start the ball rolling. When you say ABC of breast cancer, waiting exactly they refer to. Me, I don't know nothing. Imagine say me, I just come out, do from outside in the Bible there, you buy them, and the first time I hear breast cancer, it just screamed at my face. Then I freaked out.
Well, we go talk about, first of all, waiting at this breast cancer, waiting really at this breast cancer, waiting it mean. And then we they go on and talk about the fact, say, how it start, who side they come out, which part of that village where this thing where they call breast cancer they come out, and waiting the cause them, waiting at some of the causes, and waiting at some of the factors them where person they make you more susceptible, where they mean say you go get a more pass man go get a more than woman, or woman go get a more than man, or you were young go get a less, or you were old, and so on and so forth. So we go look at that kind of situation, and we go also look at what you self go able do, where go make it reduce your risk, and the things and where they happen, where some of them you get control over and you don't get control over, where what you go able to do for make sure say you help yourself and help people the way they around you. So those are some of the little things, the few things that we'll go talk about, because like I say, this is not just an overall, just for let people then just begin get an idea. This is like setting the scene. And then next week now we go talk about the signs and symptoms, because I feel say it's such a hot topic and interesting topic, and such a serious illness that it's fine for deal with them carefully, rather than give people then too much information at once. It can cause overload. Right. So now that I want for do.
Okay, well, over to you. Whilst then I want to ask today now the perfect opportunity for talk about some of the myths them around breast cancer as well, or no?
Oh yeah, I think I go introduce that as well, and then like we say, it's up to the viewers as well. I want them to be as interactive as possible. Let them ask questions, let them make comments, let them phone in. Either just want to ask question, if you're a fighter, if you're going through breast cancer at the moment and you want to share your own little experience, please feel free. If you've been through it and you're a survivor, then you want to share your own little 2 cents as well, please feel free, because as you know, and as much as many people know, Juma, this year I did a 2nd annual cancer conference for the community. And this year we get over 150 people attendees in March. So again, it's a platform where they use for make sure say one of the taboos that we get now with community is people not feeling comfortable or being able to share their ill health We see yesterday one with sister break that silence day, and it pretty much like Facebook, they go into meltdown. In phone not up for ring because people, she was the least person people that would expect say they go through breast cancer right now. And the fact say you get that courage day and feel motivated for say, you know what, this is my story. If we they use Facebook for share all with glad tidings, why not share, you know, with challenges and with difficult moments and try for inspire others. So again, it's all about inspiring others, motivating others. So please feel free to ask, to share, to call in and to make comments and for add your own little sense there, because I know I'm trying to look for Sierra Leoneans who are interested in cancer care so that we could try and maybe develop we only to consortium and support for we own little community as well. So the more the merrier.
All right, thank you so much, Isata. Well, I see questions and don't begin come in.
Oh, bye.
The question, and also we go post the phone number. If you are comfortable, you can call in and ask your questions or make your contribution as we progress with the show. Please, Mr. Palmer, if you get the phone number, we'll be happy to make sure we share it with our viewers, and so then we'll get an opportunity for call on WhatsApp. The first question will come in now the side way you say you want for left for next week.
Yes.
So begin now first for tell me about the cause, but I'll go ask you the question so at least you get that at the back of your mind when you did the ABCD. So the person they ask, what are the cause and symptoms of breast cancer?
Well, obviously now they will start anyway because we they say to ourselves, waiting at this breast cancer. Breast cancer is something where nobody not fully understand yet. Even all the best scientists, the glorious scientists that we don't win all sorts of Nobel Prizes, then still not able to ascertain yet say, waiting they cause this breast cancer. Yes, there's an idea. Yes, we get the risk factors. Yes, and so on and so forth. But they're still not able to pinpoint it exactly, because if they do, then we're probably not going to get this conversation. But one thing what I want to tell with me brothers and sisters, especially from we the Sierra Leoneans, I want to tell you say, although they're still not able to know yet waiting cause breast cancer, waiting they cause them fully. However, we no say no to which gun. We no say no to because you step mama no like you. We no say no to because you mate no one like you sit down at the manos. And we know say not so because you dream last night and you dream that they bet somebody they bet you Bobby, or they pinch you Bobby, you wake up, you get small boil. We know say not so for that. So we know say we body as human beings where God creates we science don't ascertain say we body is made up of cells them we come together just like where they build a house, you get for mix the cement and the sand and water, you make into mortar, and then you make block, then you begin build them block then they for make up until you reach wall height or you build a house. So just imagine say the cells there of your body now like a block. Each block connect until you able to build a wall. If you want to build wash yard back now the same thing, you connect them block then until you build. So now, so God creates we, and within themselves, then you get information system. You get something where they regulate them. You get something where they able to tell them say, now this for do, not to this for do. You today you for go left, tomorrow you for go right. You were then at this area. If you know what alloy day, wo na ready today. Una na mashaka una for go buy markets. You were there Calbaton, wo na ready. Una for go today na Dovecot. So then thing and they were inside the cells. Now then they call genes. So then genes then they define and distinguish between me and you, and Uda born we, Uda not born we, where two they carry, where two not they carry. So now that. So we know say part of this breast cancer, of course, for people who don't know what breast means we Bobby. Because for we people then back home, breast is the same word for Bobby. The breast just not the English term. But Bobby, as we commonly know him, now with Mama Salon, now the same as breast. And also, within that breast day and all parts of the body, you get them cells there. And then genes there where they try for do and tell the cells then how them for waka, how they not for waka. So as far as the causes of breast cancer, then they think the scientists then feel same to a certain level because they don't do a lot of work, a lot of homework, and they still find out. They don't realize say then genes there we also possibly go consider information center. Now them you can inherit them, but also your environment can be a cause of breast cancer, but also how you live your life can also play or contribute to your risk of developing breast cancer. So today really Nadentin and they want focus on for see how we go look at that and how we go try for mitigate some of these causes. So I don't know if you wanna continue, Juma, or any other question they will pertain to that.
Like I say, you know, we don't pull nado you, so now you they lead the show, the direction we want for let you go. We just they continue for Batono more today because, like you say, like I tell you, we they learn in the process. But you don't highlight some of the things, and I let you you talk about the taboo, the thing the way people and feel say. Nine they cause breast cancer. Nine and they interpret say now which gone now somebody do you and all of them kind of thing and they. And another thing we really common we may don't notice growing up, we feel say anything we get for do with cancer or breast cancer particularly, we feel say na gentleman sick and now with man sick no more. Now so it be?
Well, not also it be. Cancer as a whole and of course breast cancer. Now, sickness, the reason why make a powerful sickness, the reason why make it get so much attention at the whole world is because now one of the cancer, one of the sickness, them way, they peak. It not get level. It not get level at all. It not care if you white. It not care if you black. It not care if you there outside the snow, it high. It not care if you there under Sante tomorrow. It not care if you poor. It don't care if you get money. It don't care if you tall. It don't care if you short. It don't care if you big. It don't care if you small. It don't care if you not picking where they born today. It don't care if you not granny where they look after your great grand picking them. So it attack and target anybody as long as you're not a human being. You they breathe and inhale and exhale air. There's a possibility they say. It go get you. So not to something when a gentleman sick, not to something when a owner because me they salon or I dey Africa, if I be there overseas, I not go get cancer or I not get breast cancer. No, we all know and we all see lots of people the way they oversee themselves they suffer and die from breast cancer. And of course, breast cancer na the top most the top most common cancer for women them, and according to WHO, at least 1 in 7 women will must experience breast cancer in their lifetime. So it's a very serious illness, and they pick and choose.
Okay. I see another question, and this gets for do with something where you mentioned earlier. But like I say, now you they direct the show. Okay, for let it go. Now they will go. I see the question where they ask about resources because you mentioned, say you want for let we know people are interest, so be able for build a consortium and see how best provide resources to people, resources back home as well as here. So somebody they ask, they say, do we have a specialist and the right equipment to diagnose it in Sierra Leone?
Sadly not. At the moment, there's lots and lots of people trying very hard, but quite a few, because I won't say plenty, compared to when it comes to other issues relating to women. When it comes to breast cancer or cancer in general, Sierra Leone is still struggling. It's not until recently we actually even had any data to be reported on the Globacan website, which is a world African statistics platform. And even that, it's just pretty much breast cancer and prostate cancer. I didn't look at all the other 200 plus cancers that you can find in the world. So we're still struggling. I believe, and I'm of the understanding that there's a lot of funding that went into sending healthcare professionals who are already within the healthcare setting, who with an special interest in cancer care, who've been sent out to overseas to do some studying. So we're hopeful that maybe in the next 12 to 24 or 36 months, those people will start coming back and we can start putting together what we have here in the Western world called multidisciplinary team. Because cancer, being the fact that it's such a non-selective and very virulent disease, you need various expertise to be able to tackle it. I describe it as a battle. It is a battle. It's a war you have to fight. And of course, we all know, say, when you go fight war, you need your colonel, you need your cook, you need your physiotherapist, you need the driver, you need the corporal, you need the people there on logistics and so on and so forth. So that's exactly how cancer is being managed. So at the moment we don't, but yes, we don't have all we need to diagnose it, but we do have some stuff. We have NGOs who are working hard to kind of educate, because, just to kind of echo early detection saves lives, and also trying to educate from a public health point of view to highlight the signs and symptoms and also factors people can take into consideration to try and prevent it. We've got one doctor who is able to prescribe and manage some of, just breast cancer really. But other than that, we're very limited. I know Well Woman Clinic are fundraising at the moment to get a mammogram, which is a breast x-ray machine. But so far, all we have is an ultrasound, and then you could have a biopsy, but even the biopsy, the tissue sample has to be sent overseas for it to be frozen and go through histology for you to have your results. So at the moment, we're still struggling, but not to mention, I think our current government and president, His Excellency, has put a lot of effort, and I think it was last year they declared they're going to start working on a project to open a cancer unit, a massive cancer, a diagnostic unit. So we're all excited. We're all, we all they look road for see what they go on, and we just hope and pray and remind them that we have expertise, as in Sierra Leoneans. So let them reach out to us. We'll go and help.
Okay. Thank you so much for that, Aissata. I see two things. One, endorsement, or just for re-emphasize with you talk, now the chat group. Then the other one, I question, we tie into that. And then I mean, question self we miss again for ask as well. So Petrina Kamara writes, and I will read exactly what he writes. They say Africans and Asians have managed to isolate cancer as a witchcraft disease, and they are too scared of the mention of the C word. We should now be able to raise the awareness of what breast cancer is, how it can be detected early, and when we should seek help. And then the Lyman Nicole asked the question, can it be cured? Now that be the time for ask. So again, the same thing where we be the talk about, because now one of the things and the waiting we don't know mostly now the stage 4 or the stage where it don't reach for be terminal. So possibly some people afraid as you get cancer, so you die. Yeah. So touch on those please first.
Well, cancer can be curable. But again, that's where it goes. Early detection saves lives. The sooner you pick up on them, the higher your chances of getting cured. Like you say, if you pick them up at stage 0, of course they're able to sort them out. But if you pick them up where don't go stage 4, where don't go to other parts of your body apart from the breast, then of course it's difficult. If you defeat a war when 100 enemies you get, then you get 50 battle man them, obviously now 1 to 2. So now the chances say now we will beat them, it great. But if you defect a war where you enemy na 500, then you own battle man and are just 50, you know, do the sums. How you go win? You get no chances for win that battle day. So having breast cancer is not a death sentence. That is a message I want to get across. It is not a death sentence. It is still curable, because if you pick it up, the sooner you pick it up, the better and quicker it could be seen to and treated. So I think that goes so far.
That way you begin to feel some kind way. How whose time you for begin to show concern, say, me Bobby no feel right. La go na hospital, but go talk to me doctor. Or call somebody who's about medicine business. Who stem down because you talk about early detection.
Yes. So but I want to you go back.
Okay. Yes.
I want to you go back because I noticed when you they introduce this topic, you refer to mama them, you refer to sister there, you refer to wife there, you refer to daughters. But what you didn't refer to is una them man them. For say una man self, they get breast cancer.
True?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well,
you get breast. You don't get breast.
Yeah. I get.
You get nipple. You get nipple, no so?
Yeah.
Exactly. So when do you feel said inside that you chest wall day? Now breast, and inside that breast day you get cells, you know, and are the same cells we make the same cells of the breast where the woman gets. The only difference is we women then get more tissue, breast tissue, than una the man them. So man them.
So let me and T-boy, una can't listen well. Because we don't understand the way you say get Bobby. Bobby na usai Bobby water they come out. So if we say we man them na chest no more get. So thank you. You see where they land? Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly, because now this now the thing. Most people say, oh now woman and no more now woman problem. No, not a woman problem. Man themselves they get out. And like I said earlier on, if we just want to see why make you they get breast cancer or waiting they happen when you get the breast cancer is basically then cells there where we talk about them building blocks there. Something they go wrong with them, then they go rogue. So if you try for tell them say go left, then they refuse, then go right. Then they become untraining, just like when you get picking way unruly. So when that happens, now then they grow and develop and become breast cancer, because some cells they were only supposed for divide once every 24 hours. If that cell they supposed for divide and born picking once every 24 hours, in begin go born every 4 hours or every 2 hours. Imagine if they live in a small box, then you go begin they born picking every 4 hours instead of every 24 hours. When at that 10 day you able pull one at the box, you pull another. But then because you born every 4 hours, you don't get time. You know, the box they become overwhelmed, they full up. And waiting they happen when the box over full, they broke, they open because the picking and go once they go the fence side for go. So now the same thing with the cells. The cells them where they go rogue, which now the genes they cause that, then they begin overgrow, and then they happen both now man and woman. So there's no thing saying man and not they get breast cancer. So man themselves they get breast cancer. So they need for pay attention to that. So in terms of the level, of course, we women they get a more past una man them. So that is very important to remember. We women them, because we of 30, 35 these days supposed for the check. And you suppose for the check pre and post menopausal. If you now woman where they see what I mean menopausal, when they see you period, menstruation, sorry. If you now woman where they see you period, you need for the check-up, pre and post. Woman where they see them period, when a menstruation, we all know say for some woman, few days before you see period, you body they become very tender. or sometimes few days after you see period, your body they become tender. And una man then I don't think and they don't have to pay attention to, because with even your partner, you go find out say certain time and the way you touch your breast, they tell you say not touch them because it's just too sensitive. So that they, but that kind of sensitivity, they that feeling they for pass, you know, it for only last for a few days. But if you continuously you breast tender, then you get for be concerned about that. So any woman, because before then they say from 40 and above, but now, and with me experience, I don't come across women when at 29, we don't get breast cancer. I don't come across women when at 30, we don't get breast cancer. I don't come across women when at 35. So I would say any woman from the age of 30 and above, you for take it into the habit for they check your breast at least once a month. And if you now woman when not they see your period anymore, we don't hit menopause, where your period don't stop, your biological clock don't hot. It is important also for make you check. You can choose a specific date every month. You check yourself for that, you know. So those are the times for check. But really, anytime you get chance, every day where you they have a shower, both man and woman, if I make you check your breast.
Okay. All right. Well, Fambula, where they listen to the health show, where they come to on a live na CRGM media platform with we host Mrs. Isita Sise Jallo, and also we na a health and well-being advocate. Today na the launching of this program na and it educates people the ABCs of cancers, the thing they will for watch and will for pay attention to. There's another question here from somebody by the name of Maria Mabinchi Kamara. He say, let I read how he write he say, are women with large breasts more susceptible to cancer than those with smaller sizes?
Technically, no. Just that when you have a larger breast, it just means you have to put more effort and time into checking it. So give yourself good, maybe somebody will get smaller breast, go check in breast within 5 minutes. But you will get bigger breast, you probably need 10 minutes. The reason why you need, so that you go make sure, say you touch, you go deep into the breast tissue for feel for any abnormality, any lump or gatherness where you go see. So no, it not a law say because you get big bobby, that means you will get cancer, passport you will get small bobby. Not really. It doesn't work like that. If not that not the case, then man they not go get breast cancer.
Okay. Well, then questions here so they come in. If you want to call, please, Femi, you want to get the number for we so we go able for get them to call in. If I said you this thing about the man there inside don't confuse me now. Yeah, honestly, it don't confuse me, and it's serious. It's I never in my wildest imagination remember that say I'll not say man and go get other form of cancer. We talk about the prostate cancer, but for cancer, so it's a big problem there now.
Yeah.
You know, and one thing I want to ask, is it possible at some point for even if we get a short video, we go show how people learn for check, you know, how for I call it that check the way you go do na post for yourself, the self-examination.
Yeah.
Touch because we said don't begin afraid now.
Yeah, I think we could. I try for there's a world renowned video. I think T-Boy, you forget that video there. I think I sent it to you. I think Femi, you said forget them. Where they really show, they go through the process, waiting for check, how you for check. And this is a black woman. I make a like that video. It's a black woman standing, you know, with her breast out, and they show how for do the checks. However, Facebook not like them because them consider and saying a nudity. So even though I don't appeal, the one where I be try for release, the other day they still not approve them. So I don't know how we can go about that because it's really, so I'll be only able to send them through WhatsApp. but it's really, really good.
So I think you don't reach a same way until we for do we own salon you own T-boy.
Yeah.
Now for ready for make sure say you do they both man them Bobby how for examine the Bobby. You don't hear T-boy they emphasize that man themselves they get breast cancer.
So brother, I know say they emphasize on man then they get breast cancer, but maybe Bobby the age where they reach not to not get for affect her.
When you don't see this is one of the myth them. So I say from age 30 upwards, say you old. Now for young girl, young boy, you know, middle aged and old people them. It anybody. So I say waiting T-boy say it don't challenge you, say in your Bobby.
I'm not challenger more. Not to miss a challenger or not challenger.
Yeah, so I want to respond to T-boy.
Bye bye.
T-boy, actually, the older you are, the more susceptible you are, the more at risk you are to have breast cancer and many other health issues. Because remember, say the older you become, the more you cells that are exposed to other factors, including lifestyle issues, environmental factors, which means they are no longer virgins. They are not as clean and healthy like they were when you were born, when you were a baby, when you were a child growing up. All the bad things that way you not be allowed for do, where you not small picking, where you big, where you don't begin doing. All that they put you at risk. So actually you are more at risk.
I still safe. I not satisfy it. I need a drink. I need a smoke. I love me to do all the bad things. I want me to do act small. I want them being now safe. I still need to do them. So me I still safe for.
Well, for them, they listen. Una T-boy they provoke the conversation for out some of the questions them and we host able for bring come to una since we encourage you now for ask more questions them. So una don't hear say nobody you know get cancer not you know get paddy, particularly breast cancer. Now that's one of we viewers them right. And he's saying a great topic as well. They encourage them. So, but it's very important for we put together that educational material there on how we do the early detection, you know, for particularly targeting the Sierra Leone community. At least we can get different actors them. So it's something to work on. And I hope say T-boy Femi will be very instrumental in putting that together. Isita, what else you want for we are aware about this breast cancer business under the ABC of breast cancer?
Well, under the ABC, of course, we don't talk about the causes and stuff, but I also want to touch on the fact, say, the different types, because you see breast cancer, when somebody they asks, is it curable, is it treatable, we touch on the fact, say, it depends on when they meet on a road. You know, if they meet on a road where it just begin, then yes, it is treatable and it is curable. But if they meet on a road where you already don't kaklat, as they say, then na big battle for feds, for kind of tackle that kind of situation there. So all depends on when. So and are they the issue of the different types of breast cancer can, because the reason why I they emphasize on this, Marie go get breast cancer, he died. But Paulina go get breast cancer, he not die. So I know once Paulina, we don't experience say Marina we get breast cancer, I die. That means as soon as in they don't tell and say get breast cancer, oh that's it now they die, because there are different types. You know, it's a cancer we get so many different types depending on when it catch you, how it catch you, what it catch you with. So that's very important, because you get so many different types. Like, for example, we get 4 main types where depends again, like I say, when it catch you, how it catch you. It depends again whether it catch you where you depend still see you period, as in you know woman we still able born picking, or whether it catch you after where you don't stop for born picking, where your biological clock don't tick. So it is very, very important for know that. And then of course, so you get the different types there where you get you ductal breast cancer, which is basically the cancer where just now the ducts the outside bobby water they come out, outside the milk they come out, now that kind of. And then of course the most popular one are the invasive one, where basically means it don't go so far into the lobes that it don't become more, it don't come outside supposed for go, it don't begin going out to the rest of the breast tissue. Then you get the one where now hormone they cause that breast cancer, where this hormone where all man get woman we all get estrogen, so and also progesterone. It's just that in women we get more estrogen than man them, and then man them get more progesterone than we woman them. But we all get their hormone there, and their hormone they are responsible for regulate how them cells there will be they talk about they grow. So where the DNA don't tell them so now grow. Now this hormone they release where they make sure say them grow how they're supposed to grow. It just like where people can go get help for born. So woman when able born by himself naturally, if they go do the injection there for stimulate things so that it go able conceive. So their hormone there as well, as much as they are good hormones, if they're hyperactive, then can also cause problem. And then you get one where they call the in situ breast cancer, where basically in non-invasive, and this not the one where if they catch them, they treat them very easily, very very easily. Then call them ductal carcinoma in situ, DCIS.
Okay.
And yes, sorry.
I say big this one.
Yeah, DCIS. But now the simplest, because if they catch them quick, then they're able to deal with them very very quickly. So, but if you left them, then of course it will become an issue. So it's very very important. And then the last but not the least, one way they call triple negative, where basically not get nothing for do with the hormones. Now this more with that they see now younger people. Like I see somebody make a comment say, "Maybe know somebody where old 26." Sometimes now the younger people can get because their hormones are still not that hyperactive yet. However, it is very rare, very very rare. So it is very important for remember that they say the hormones can cause the breast cancer. You get breast cancer when the hormones or the human epithelial growth factor. Basically, it's just like where you get petrol and diesel. So the petrol where if you go put petrol inside motor car when a diesel they use, they run, not so. If you go put diesel inside motor car when a petrol they use, they run. So then hormones there, then growth factor stimulating hormones there. If you put the outside and for day, that they cause more problems sometimes than good. So these are the different types of cancer where people they get. So depending on the type, it really depends. 90 reflect your treatments.
Okay.
So I want to let people then know that.
Thank you so much. We see obviously people they learn a lot. The chat group very exciting, but more so now that then they appreciate the work, the education, and the information we they give people them. So let's bring it back to our community, being that this na breast cancer month. And we talk about the ABC and like how we don't highlight and which you have been done, they find out now that we can ignore or be negligent about anything we get for do with we health. And sometimes then they again one of the things them we I want to let you touch on in as much as we know reach under it, but all under the help with the early intervention, the support, the community support, because another one, the way person gets any kind sick force, the first way they remember, waiting people then get for sick. So that psychological thing, they kill the person inside past the sick self. Because remember, say, we go tell tattoo get for go tell Yawa get for go tell sorry, and then they get for begin pass, and then the mistake where they go market for go buy somebody pass a massam or tell us I make you which Bobby don't swell per which so then kind of thing. So what would be your advice to the community, both now the diaspora as well as back home?
I think, like I said earlier on, knowledge is power. You see, when you don't know something or when you don't know about something, now I make somebody go can't tell you anything, you take and that way. Sickness, not a thing where anybody they go big. Sickness, not a thing where anybody wants. Sickness, not a thing where anybody they welcome. And yes, some sickness there, now the way you they live your life, now it go make you be more susceptible to them. But when we talk about breast cancer in particular, not to the type of sickness where now one thing they make you get them. Now a multitude of things them they lead to in cause. So when you get them, not a thing where you for be ashamed of. When you get them, of course, because na sickness will not say can lead to your death. Inevitably, you get for feel scared. Nobody no day will go tell me say the day where they tell and say you have breast cancer or cancer, it had no cut, or you no worry, or you no become anxious, or you no become scared. However, when you don't move from that stage day, waiting will make you able move on from that stage is how you utilize the people that where they're around you, and how you share your story, and who that you talk to. I want for make people then focus be on themselves. Because when you focus be on yourself, you really not care what person say about you. I can refer to many years ago where in the 70s where HIV was the thing. And at that time, the HIV, all people that know is now people that way now prostitute them, or we get more than one sexual partner, now then they contract HIV. But eventually, as the campaign movement go on, we find out, say, well, not so just them people and they get up, but also there are other ways people that they contract HIV. And they like today, HIV now one of the chronic illness them within the world. People then they me self go get her now, you know, no say I get her. As long as they take me treatments. So not to the killer disease anymore, like it was 30 plus years ago. So the same as breast cancer. 30 plus years ago, breast cancer, where you get there was very little options. But nowadays, there's so many options. I've been in cancer care for over 15 years. And even that over 15 years, from the day where I start to now, the amount of research we don't go on is phenomenal. So all me can say to that answer, to that question is, not afraid posse in mots, te make the help where you supposed forget you not get them. Because the only way where you get help, now by sharing your story, now by sharing and talking to somebody, all you can do is you entrust that information to somebody. If that person they choose for abuse that trust they and take them away, then get that conscience they for live with, not to you. And if anybody will say because he said the next person gets sick, he laugh about it, then that person they really not realize and acknowledge say then self na mortal man. And that means they are not untouchable. So for me, I go say to any of my brothers and sisters, be it breast cancer, be it any other kind of illness, it's about time we start for talk. We get a lot of premature death now with community because people then they afraid for talk. Please talk. If somebody laugh you, now themselves then go laugh. Then say when you point one finger, the other fall the point by yourself. So now that's not mommy get for tell people them. Say be confident enough for talk. I not say let you go. Everybody get away how they deal with these things, which man call and coping mechanism. Some people they if you say the less people will tell, the better for them. But as long as they get the right help and support. Some people they want to tell the whole world, especially now we'll get social media. Some people rather go share in story because some people, that one person where they can say, hey, God go bless you, God go make you nothing, go do you. Then they make it able go to bed at night and sleep and be less worried. Then they go make somebody we don't do and bad go actually realize, say, this person me into goodness we don't pass between me and two. This way don't happen to us. So make we forget about this bar. Make her call and make her check how they do. Because we all know say teeth and tongue they make palaver. Mm-hmm. So all those things, that is why it is important to talk. Okay. Because if you don't talk, they get the right advice. Mm-hmm. They know side for go. They know how side for look. So it's very important.
Okay. So what you will go ask, thank you so much, Aissata. We truly appreciate this because that confidence they get for day. We can say mumu no dey well. Meaning that if you sick, you set your mouth or you go to your doctor, you just sit down there no more, you not talk nothing. Where they get headache, they treat you for belly heart. So if you get thing where they bother you, you talk let that person they laugh. As long as something through that laugh, they God go make it go to the right person here, he will go point you in the right direction. So what I want to say again, let's try forget some resources, either website, web addresses, phone numbers, them, more so for the people living in the UK. So possibly after every show, we'll post them in the chat group so people can get some resources for take home in the future.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And another thing where I want to ask, and two things actually. One of them is we get these habits. We know for say something and day we money no day to kick one box in has shots. Then say we post in the ground, even if you get a nerve, it is all for come up. No, so if you cut your finger there on your hand. So where people then get them but be swell small, say let them cry and go to that granny and or to that pallet and go more and Bobby for pull all the, the tumuk commot day and all that. Is that helping situation or is just the making worse? So that's one of my questions. And the other one, it's something that, I experienced personally with a friend, a female friend, close friend, last year. I not talk to him for a while. So we meet up now a public event. At one point, night tell me say, because we talk deep on a lot of things. So night tell me say, there's something I want to share with you. I only don't share with two person. You will be the third person. That I noticed they don't go check, they don't do first check, say I get breast cancer, but then therefore go do a second check and then see for start treatment. Hopefully, they say I go in time. But my problem with me face. First, as man, okay, how for react to that person. And secondly, I not ever get known as the second person that. Secondly, I don't know how generally, whether man or woman, where you tell me about that kind of thing, how for react to and for make clear, I not make you feel too bad, I not make you feel more pain. What I for do? You don't be in the field for 15 years. What should be my reaction? I don't say instinct, they learn them. But this time for me, education as well.
Okay. All right. So we go to the first question.
Yeah.
The fact say, Turkey one box boy hand shot. And because of that, and also because of lack of knowledge and information, people then they end up, then wake, then get see small boy now, then Bobby. Then go to Pal Mami for go Wamwamam for go put some herbal stuff. I mean, last year, 2019, when I decide for take the health show to another level, I decide say, you know what? Yes, the information good for me, people then at the diaspora, but I also want to go see waiting they go on Mama Salon and waiting available there and how myself go add me on 1 or 2 cents day. So I actually get the opportunity for spend a lot of time now we main government hospital, when I Connaught Hospital, and the only oncology experienced doctor where they say we get, because I don't meet Anaya earlier on in the year, he be able for welcome me for go spend time now in clinic. And a lot of waiting if they get now in clinic, now we call late presentation. Late presentation when now they talk about so way people they get boil or they feel them body hard or water they come up and the nipple when another they breastfeed or another pambelesep or when another even they born again, then all of a sudden they decide for go na village or go somewhere lepa almami or pa sorigo wamam and begin pull sarade and begin pull medicine and so on and so forth. So by the time then they come now the clinic, this boil then can bust. Or the boil way starts now one small side, by the time that they come, the whole body don't cover with the boil because as I say earlier on, the cells they don't overgrow. Not in order for stop them. A traffic light system. If you not say red, for let the one day where they go north, stop for the one day where they go south. Now accident they happen, not so. Because south and north, they all go they go at the same time. So a lot of that they happen, not primarily because money no day, because of lack of knowledge. So like I say, the two NGO organizations them we focus on educating women and girls about breast cancer. These are some of the things that they do, and this is what they're doing as we speak, especially this Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But of course, they're restricted in terms of resources. But it is very important for people then, for members, say, it better, as you see that boil, go. Because sometimes that time they wait, then see that boil, then just they will go creep that boil in another corner day, then you're good to go. But when you don't left that boil, you don't go first to Pastori and Almami. By the time now you come to the doctor, then get for pull the whole body. And one of the challenges, whether in a different whole topic, is the way we country, how we sexualize the breast. The breast for a Sierra Leonean woman is a sex organ. So because of that, it causes a lot of image issue for women. So some women prefer for die before they go pull in rotting bobby. You know, a rather did. I mean, it was a harrowing experience I get. I could not believe those things were happening in Sierra Leone. Some people in the Canada clinic, as you see, they enter inside the room where like 8x8, big room, where even though they're not undressed yet, the odor of this wound they will call fungating, it already take the room. You therefore try so hard not for, make like say something they smell bad because you know how they feel bad. And then it end up for cost them more. It end up for cost them body image issue, but also before they're able to cut the body self, where they call mastectomy, then get for give them small treatment first for shrink and small because it don't big, it's just all over the place. So I think it's very important for people then for no say, where problem small, it easy for deal with and then where it big. And also because of the challenges with resources na Mama Salon, where the problem small, the NGO then stand a better chance for help you financially than where you left Sidon it big. Because for let them go do biopsy and lumpectomy, it way cheaper compared to a mastectomy.
What's the difference? Explain for me back.
Well, biopsy is basically you don't find the lump. You don't go do the ultrasound. Then at the body X-ray.
Okay.
We don't check for make sure say for confirm say yes, you don't see lump. But at that time they don't know if the lump na cancer lump or not, because again woman can get lump when not to cancer lump, man can get lump when not to cancer lump. It can be fatty tissue. Sometimes the fat they get at they it make bolo you can say, or sometimes calcium can get at it they make bolo. So that ultrasound they confirm say yes, that lump they. Then of course then go do biopsy. Then when a needle whether they go put through this lump here, pull within the middle and send them for histology. When the test was say we not get the services in Sierra Leone, not even the private hospitals in Sierra Leone don't get the service, so they get for send them overseas and get for send the sample for check. Of course, when they check, sometimes through the ultrasound and through where the doctor, they do the biopsy, sometimes it actually, they already show signs that this one, it get cancer, not to just fat. So sometimes most doctors go just pull and want them. And then call lumpectomy. When I just the lump, then they pull. So again, like I said, then they cheaper. But if they're not sure now waiting, then they send them there, come back. Then obviously, depending on waiting, come back, which type of breast cancer it is, then I'm going to offer you the appropriate treatment. They might able offer you surgery, where the surgery now will be more expensive, but less expensive because you don't come early. You know, or then we will offer you chemotherapy. Again, the chemotherapy, depending on how early they get them, depending on the cost.
We get an salon?
We do get small amounts of chemotherapy, yes.
Okay.
We do. Yeah, we do. So, I mean, that nine are the consequences of late presentation. Now, if we go to your other question, where you say, where somebody call you, he tell you, say, he get cancer, or any big sickness, how you for react? Well, I think that is human instinct, like you say. With time, as a professional, I can try for be very objective. And I don't train now for know how for control my feelings. But if you, when I just you party, they call for tell you say, hey, I get breast cancer. Of course, you're gonna, you initial instinct, you're gonna be horrified. And I think that person, the way they tell you, he know you well enough for no say the way you react now, so you get for react. You know? Somebody when a prayerful person, if somebody can tell and say he get breast cancer, the first thing they go say, oh my God. And then the next thing, they go into prayer mood. You know, they begin pray. Somebody were very emotional, as somebody can tell and say he get breast cancer. The first thing, they become so overwhelmed, they become tearful. You know, but I think it's what you do after when you don't pass that stage, the nine more important. Because I think your reaction at that point also go help that person be more positive or go actually be detrimental, you know. So then things like it's about knowing what you they say and how you they say.
Showing empathy and all of that.
Yeah. So if that person they can say, hey Juma, I get breast cancer, they say, hey, who say you full and so? You see what I mean? They tell you like you know they smoke. Now that smoke so you already don't put that person off.
You don't become judgmental and all that.
Exactly. You don't put them off.
Okay. Thank you so much, Aisha. And I see there's another contribution here, very interesting. And I know say you tell me where you know say you don't reach for call the show off. It's your show. It's a conversation that becomes so interesting.
I know that's the problem.
I'm getting into it now. Yeah. So this person highlights something as well we get for do with we community as well as the African community mostly. He said, do ya Juma, we get other serious issue when it's not my portion. Meaning that when you see him, you say God forbid bad things. It's it's not my portion. God forbid bad things. So someone they refuse treatment, say God they heal them. People and they refuse for God's hospital because they believe say prayers more powerful than seeking medical intervention. They say God does not always heal. His way are not our ways. So touch on that.
Yes, I think that they come up from somebody where we can refer to our community as woman of God.
Woman of God don't can say that then a serious issue.
Exactly, and rightly so. And these are the things that are very important to pay attention to.
Yes.
God now creates we. When the same God will create we for come onto this earth, for enjoy this gift we give when alive. Now the same way, he makes sure say, he throw a lot of challenges on we. For see how best and how resistant we are and how confident and resilient we are to continue to appreciate in the maker. So it challenge we in many ways. And because we are not immortal, it means we have a beginning and an end. It therefore create things that we will make sure say we will lead to we end. For example, we get atrocities. Don't go clean no more. Tsunami happen. We say, 500 people that don't die in Japan today. Don't go clean we hear but mudslide. Don't go clean we hear but earthquake. Don't go clean we hear but volcanic eruptions. Or California, whole day fire catch na the bush. Nobody don't know how the fire can start. The fire can just catch. It burn miles and miles and miles, you know. So that is one way where God say, these are some of the things that can lead to your death. People that they get sudden atrocities, such as death, such as the Twin Tower and 9/11, and so on and so forth. But the other thing where God creates, where he said this will lead to a death, or it can also serve as a time for you to stop and check and reflect on who you are and what you're here for. And that is illness. Mm-hmm. You know, any form of illness, and this is my subjective opinion, it is an opportunity God they give for stop and reflect and know who you are, find yourself, and understand what you're here for. Mm. And so this same God you're back, will create all them things there. Now the same one back create doctors and nurses and medical scientists and all the opportunities we'll get when make day like today, me and you they all the way North America, me the Europe, but we they see we safe, we they talk, like say we sit on a one palo. Now that same God then create medical science for try for investigate and make sense of some of them things there where they happen. Now that same God they now instill we with knowledge and wisdom. We community, we get two main religions, Islam and Christianity. And within those two books, the holy books will represent those religions, be the Quran or the Bible. If you go there, God talks a lot about wisdom. He also talks a lot about knowledge. So it is up to us, the wisdom we're blessed with, it is up to us to use it directly and appropriately. You know, yes, he's a God of miracle, but also his miracle that some people can misinterpret. It not mean say because they say God is a God of miracle, you don't know how he delivered that miracle. Maybe his miracle is by making sure, say, when you are in a predicament, you talk to the right person so you get the right advice. Maybe a miracle is when you get a problem such as breast cancer, it makes sure, say, the surgeon where they deal with your case, very particular about that you cancer there, and make sure, say, it give you the right treatment.
Right.
So his miracle comes in different ways. So I don't know, I think a lot of people can think and say, God in miracle, you go sleep, you wake, if you begin boil by bobby way, don't clean. Once you don't pray overnight, don't pray, don't clean the boil for disappear. No, okay. I don't think so. So it is important for people not for misinterpret that and for realize, say, God now give you knowledge and wisdom. Right. And it is up to us to use it wisely.
And two people that highlight that the one person say, Yamata say, all I can say is being positive and proactive is a serious psychological healing process in the first place. Then I will just support what you say. And the second person, Emma Sawoyoki, say, if God they heal all things, he would not have given man the skills, knowledge, and ability, expertise to help each other. So that means, just for like what you say, the God way creates we all, where they say you go seek, now in creates people and back for, menu. And like how we can say, all things sababu. Not to God, they come up, can talk to you. So exactly. They use person for heal you. So It's a good thing. And the phone line there, viewers, if you want to call and make your contribution quickly, because I think they come to the end just now.
Yeah.
The number for call now +44 79 56 52 8160. You call this WhatsApp number +44 79 56 52 8160. Call in and make your contribution. And why should they do this? I don't know, Tibo, you then send you any other questions or comments from the other channel?
No, today me I just the watch, so now you get the hope today.
Okay.
But
right.
yeah, I know say you don't try for drag me for this you talk today. Say I avoid you say still drag me. But I am enjoying the conversation, and the conversation they run smooth. Like I said to you, you know go able for the eyesight and brain done today because the knowledge we didn't eat about cancer. I like you wake up and you say, I beg what's it be happened 30 years ago with that person who began that guy cancer, XYZ. You know what tell you about the person in cancer you get XYZ though. It will tell you what cancer first. Like you know for what's not cancer. So you know to that me telling me what we think that is thing. Yeah. So basically, you know they tire with the knowledge we get inside. So I enjoy when I banter when they go back and forth. But what me want for make you know no more? I'm not 35 yet.
All right.
I know they drink. I need to smoke. I don't do all what things I've been to do with as one. I still know they do them. So I get another 45 years more for life.
Well, they want to drink and smoke. They say, wait till I mention that first. It brings a serious question again on this ABC because now we talk possibly about signs and symptoms as well in the process. Okay. I know saying that next week you go in depth on that, but I want to ask now that is it something that is visible as person get cancer, they know, or is this something that you can live with for a while before they're able to know?
The answer to that is both.
Okay.
Sometimes some people they're lucky as soon as they start that they pick them up.
Okay.
Again, it depends on the type of cancer because you see, we are lucky to some extent because with breast cancer, you get this tissue where we call bobby when a breast, where it's there. You can feel it, you can touch it, you can examine it. However, you get some cancer, them, especially cancer the way, you know, of different organs, them. For example, cancer of your pancreas or your liver. Some people can go on with them for years without not even know say they get cancer until it begin give them problem. You know. So you can get it and not realize you have it, or you as soon as you get it, you can pick it up. You know. But I also want to touch on, you know, going back to T-Boy, where T-Boy say, you know, they drink, you know, they smoke, still 35, so you know, go get cancer or breast cancer. So, and they hope for live for the next 45 years. Myself, they wish to live because me, I want to see where they get for the Pulanado,
for one I understand.
Yes, one I understand. Rob bumper my panam. What's in the village name again, Seth? What's in the village name? Kankama.
Kangama.
When they pull on a Kangama now, the one I understand for a few hours, then they put her back inside. So we're all hoping for that. But there's so many factors, you know, where they make person they get breast cancer, as not breast cancer, we focus on today. But some of these factors are also very common with other different types of cancers and other types of illnesses as well. And one of the things that really for women them is with physical makeup, like as I say, we get more breast tissues than we get more bobby than una man them. So which means we get more estrogen than una man them. So which means we are more susceptible. We age as well. We age makes a lot of difference. As we age, of course, more things get the tendency for go bad or for go worse, you know. And and then if you're not somebody where we don't get some of them cysts there or then fatty lump there where you don't experience them and you breast before they don't check and they say, this is not a cancer. You therefore be always mindful because then cysts then they or then lump then they can actually then develop and turn into cancer. If you na possibly get high breast density, and that is really if you get too much tissue, if the tissues them inside your breast too thick, you know, it's just like when you cook water pap or thick pap. You know, if you own tissue then too thick, it means where you go for your mammography when breast x-ray, whether they go put your breast on the camera for whether they take picture for make sure say you know they develop any lump. It just means say you own it more difficult for let them see what's in the inside than somebody where you not that thick. And then also woman where they start in period early, we know say, and I think this is something very important because I think that's happening more now, or I don't know now because I don't big now, I notice some more. But we picking and we gal picking and they see them period very early. And a lot of gal picking and they see them period before the age of 12. So people where they picking the way they see them period at the before the age of 12. And also people then where they hit menopause after 55, they're also there at risk. And the simple reason is it means you get more estrogen in your body longer. So imagine if you begin see your period before 12, you're not going to hit sometime menopause then 45, 50, compared to somebody who is seeing period at the age of 16 or 14 and so on. And you back where you see period, you know, hit menopause stay after 55, then again, it means you get more estrogen, the pass. And then there's also a thing saying people that were tall. Again, it's got to do with estrogen. And also people then back where them born them, they be big, they be pass more than 4 kilograms, or people that will develop big body where they're not big. So again, those things all get to do with growth hormones and so on. And then your environment. So T-boy, here comes your environment. You know they drink, you know they smoke, but we all know say the biggest problem we get right now is exposure to radiation, exposure to pollution, exposure to other environmental factors were not good for we body. So those are things we cannot help to some degree, but we can, because there you get all the eco-friendly people that now they tell we say we need for use, rather than use this one plastic bag, you throw them, you go buy another one, which means outside they go burn them, that air they pollute the air where they become toxins and bad chemicals for we. It's better for let you use that one plastic day 10 times rather than one time. So lifestyle, again, yes, T-boy, you know they drink, you know they smoke, but I go bet you say on average, you know they sleep more than 6 hours a day. So that again puts you at risk. So it is very important we're aware of that. And for women then, having children after the age of 30 or having no children as well also can put you at risk. And then breastfeeding, it better for breastfeed, because the longer you breastfeed, it reduces your risk. And like I said earlier on, being overweight, especially as an adult, is not good. And then the thing where I always they bang on about, and a lot of people that now in the community don't begin they bang on about, is physical exercise, physical activities. It is very important we make sure we do that. And of course, on the lifestyle, you get now drinking alcohol. Alcohol increases the risk. And why is because they say the level of alcohol in your body, they actually raise the concentration of estrogen. So it is very important people are aware of that. And also the higher content of alcohol actually they contribute to the breakdown of the DNA, where they damage the DNA. So it's also be mindful. And shift work. They also say within lifestyle shift work. So somebody where, night shift, day shift, being exposed to light, daylight less, and so on and so forth. Because they produce a hormone called melatonin. Now, melatonin is a hormone that we need and in our body for various reasons. And even right now with this COVID, melatonin is one of the things they're talking about a lot. So again, if you're not producing melatonin well enough, which you get from direct sunlight, then it can also increase your risk. And of course, smoking, especially if you start it at an early age and on it for a very long time, it can also lead to breast cancer. The topic, contraceptive as well has also been known and reported, and lots of research. The jury is still hanging, but there's still quite a lot of evidence that contraceptive pills and implants can also increase your risk to breast cancer. However, they don't if you've stopped using it 5 or 10 years later. So people have to be very mindful if they're on contraceptive. I'm not saying you should stop your contraceptive, but you have to be more vigilant and be aware and do regular checks. And also that goes for HRT as well, which is a hormone replacement therapy that they usually put people on who have gone through menopause. Again, it's very important to check. And last but not the least, just family. Just the family where God give you. Some family, they get the genes where they put them at higher risk of getting breast cancer and some form of other cancers. So again, it's about knowing your family history. I know say we were then oversee Juma, say where you go to your first physician, in America, we call him physician, your primary physician, we now call her GP, general practitioner. The first thing whether they ask you, they say, your mama and your papa, they alive? Mm-hmm. If they're not there alive, which sickness, or if they're alive, which sickness they get? Which sickness they want again on our family? If they don't die, waiting kill them. Mm-hmm. So again, it's having that family history. It makes a lot of difference because some people go say, I can't follow, you can't treat me, they can't ask me, but my papa will be don't die 20, 30 years ago. What's in your business? They're not so busy about it. No.
Now we get them problem then we will not like fulfill forms them because like me I want to change in pattern day because I will go give you form they ask me if I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
When the last step, so but like you say, very important because if you don't know how you come out, they know how you day and how you get for go.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's very important. So those are some of the factors that people then get for they pay mind to force. Before self you begin, because if you don't know usai they come out, you're not gonna know usai for go. So that is why I said today this is the ABC of cancer. First, understand by waiting at this cancer. And able understand say, not to pass or in which go away don't shoot me with. Not to Sisi Aminata jump na granite can bet you bobina net. It's about natural biological changes where they happen in our body and waiting you for be aware of where you go and what you go able to do something that you go able to do something but something that you not go able to do something. For example, lifestyle, you go able to change your lifestyle and live a certain lifestyle like my brother T-Boy say, they drink, they smoke. So that then a plus to them. But something they they able, for example, environmental factors. Environmental factors, sometimes we can't help it. Over the last 5 years, they don't realize say even the African countries that were before, they not be too breast cancer not be or other cancers not be too prevalent, but because now they don't become prevalent because why? We all they try for change and adapt to the Western lifestyle. So by doing that, we they expose ourselves to a lot of radiation, a lot of pollution, and we they walk away from the natural and organic things them where we don't use for do. So those are the things we get for no force. Before then we move on to next week where we will say, okay, well, I don't check all them things there, but now this is now for the look for. Wait here for the look for make a prompt me for go see me doctor. And so I left that word to you, Juma.
Wow, I said Sisi Jalo, you're not disappointed at all. And right now, Cable for write book about the ABCs of cancer, breast cancer. Mrs. I was seminar, and the beginning when me quotes are seminar cancer, ABC breast cancer experts. But at least meaning that I Cable for speak to some of the issues. A cable for help me research further. If I want for research in depth, you don't give me the foundation, I should say, or at least you don't prepare the ground for the foundation. So it's been very informative and educative, and the chat group as well has been very helpful. Then don't come, reinforce some of the comments the way you make, especially the way I get for do with cultural and religious beliefs. That yes, we agree, say, we get for believe God, because we are God-fearing people who believe, say, God day, either you be Christian or you're Muslim, but at the same time, you get for be proactive, you get for play your own part, so you can do side by side, you can still pray fervently. That nobody they say, we the seek treatment, for pray. You for pray fervently, but at the same time, seek help. Common sense say, where you seek, the first time they go to hospital. And where you go quick, now that same day, then we for begin, they ask you all them questions, because they say they for ask questions. They're not there with you every day. They're not there within your body. The doctors, they're not there within, or the health practitioners, they're not there within your body for no waiting they go inside. So they will have to ask you questions, them for able for rule out this. Okay. Like how I said highlighted, that it not mean say where you bobby swell or where you see lump there, means say na cancer lump. It can be something else, but you go only able for know the difference where you go hospital, then they do that biopsy day and check and say, oh yeah, this not to that, we forget button are just normal thing. And that is a good help for you had to rest. But then if it's truly a cancer, then you get an opportunity for seek help quick, for get treatment quick. We go make go cause problem to you and lose your life. Then sometimes if you get young picking, then you left them picking and they be waiting for make you afraid, say you end up, you die, you left your family behind. But at least you better let them treat you so now we're able to live together. That's been very important. And I like, how you summarize, the things they will get for look out to. So waiting you start with earlier in your detailed explanation, now it will reach back to so. Say everybody they inside. Now one pot. Meaning, say we all for be concerned about this issue we get for do with breast cancer. Both women and men, get gender balance pan this so say a gender bias pan and say na woman they no more. All man they inside, man no woman. Get age bias pan more. Young as well as old. They inside. Whether you tall or you short, you dey inside. Whether you big or you small, you dey inside. Whether you get big bobby or small bobby, you self dey inside. Whether na chest normal you feel say you get, you dey inside. So you've been, very, you don't do very well for we. Round up for we.
Age.
I want to touch something small way you say.
Yeah.
I'm not 35 years it. I need drink, I need smoke. I need to do what I do as small right now. I don't also. And I get a minimum of 6 hours sleep. And what they eat before they 40, I get to go return a Kangama. Everything I do in Kangama is organic. My environment is not going to be polluted with mobile phone masses. And I will be living a peaceful life from my room to my farm to my fresh fruits to my home. So that's my retirement plan. So I have 45 years more to live. Somebody asked, say, T-Boy, when was the last time you feel your breast? I do that every day when I wash. I do that every day when I cream my body. And besides, now, so my body is smooth. And any lump for my body, I don't know. But it's been a very interesting, engaging, and informative program. I am not impressed because I would have said the wrong word. Impressed is out of the dictionary because you cannot say you're impressed with Isata Sise Jalo. She's an encyclopedia of cancer. So why would you want to be impressed with her? There is no need to say I am impressed. I am really not impressed because I'm looking forward for more. Now, so Juma, I said I don't put Juma now in a very critical situation because now you get for the spend a lot more time checking himself, especially when it was don't begin tight for him, until don't begin tight for him. So you don't they can live a very difficult life now.
But just like from when the program starts, where I highlight that, I don't know, I don't unconsciously, I don't touch past 50 them. They check.
Okay.
So
well,
right.
Femi not gonna talk because now in the hide. But I would say it's very engaging, interesting, and informative. I can't wait to be sitting down here and listening to this because I am educating myself by just staying at the background. But next week, bye. Me, I know where near you.
We'll be there to and definitely we're not gonna let you hanging, not meant T-Boy. But the only thing I don't know, T-Boy they cheat because in don't tell me now say they sleep for 6 hours. So when you want for deprive me on sleep, I turn my phone up and I forget 6 hours sleep. Now I don't know that. Good. This is fine for the talk. Isata, over to you.
Juma, no menti boy. I just they put X against the name per the list of people that we can get bold na me os. So no worry.
All right.
I left you.
Yeah.
Thank God he tell me self. So the one where I put where I allocate for today, I go reallocate.
Exactly.
No problem. I rest my case.
So round up for Isata.
Yeah. So anyway, my brothers and sisters, my mama and papa them, we picking them, and everybody we don't take the time for watch this program today. I want to tell una thank you. I want to tell una say breast cancer na a cancer for all. Now everybody in business, now everybody in problem. Waiting do because not your cancer where they choose whether you black or you white or you red or you pink or you dey overseas or you dey Africa or you poor or you rich or you dey eat 3 times a day or you dey eat once a day. Now we all business. They choose anybody at any time. So all we need for do is make sure say we get the right information in the right places so that we go know what to they look out for. And when we see what they look out for, we able to go seek help. It is treatable. It is curable. But all that depends on when you catch them. So it is very important we pay attention and look for information and understand, say, breast cancer, even the weight man self, no know it, waiting fully they cause them. Not to anti-Siri, not to anti-Mary, not to pastori, not to nobody, but now one of the things of the mysteries of life. But if we play with your own parts, when now some of we they play so, providing the information and knowledge we need, we're able to tackle this kind of disease. Like I said to people them, now a war, we there at war with breast cancer. It is a battle we can win. If you fight it with tactical measures, you can win it. And some of those tactical measures is knowing what to look for and how to look for it and where to take the information when you get it. So thank you so much. Until next week, join me on Thursday on Sierra Gem Media so that we go on that journey for know how for look for and waiting for look for and how we go take them, also we need for take them. So that this big sick, what they call breast cancer, it will be a treatable or a curable one if it can knock na you do not or somebody where you care and love about in Dumont. So thank you very much and have a lovely.
Thank you so much. And before you say have a lovely one, there is a question here, and often pass this question. I want for John Pam, but on fear. One of the Dugbas them asks. One of the Dugbas ask.
Yes.
Say, what gains does adult breast sucking do in the fight against breast cancer?
Now, I be no saying and no go. Then do what they get problem. Una they when they drink and smoke. Now the other hand they ask for big man they suck big woman Bobby.
Yes.
Big man they suck big woman Bobby. No get nothing for do with reducing or increasing the risk of breast cancer, because waiting they reduce the risk of breast cancer is breastfeeding. And then away woman don't get belly, they don't born the
okay, breastfeeding for picking them.
Yes.
From that way they give Bobby.
Yes. Okay. However, if that big man and that big woman, they're part of the intimacy that they enjoy for suck Bobby, then once they suck that Bobby then can also use that opportunity there for help check that woman there. If anything abnormal, they go on at that Bobby. Because if that man then a man will like for suck and play with that Bobby, then he know the Bobby self pass the woman will get her. So there's a lot of evidence, and I've come across a lot of it during my career, when the man and I they feel the lump. When the man and first they notice the lump. Oh yes. This is a serious. No, it's not. We
will delve depth into that in the future, but we just want to let you know we touch on that question.
Yes. So, but that don't mean that now all the old 90 for they go forward touch that breast there, the suck out. Because I tell you, say some 10 day of the month where the breast can be sensitive. So you men be mindful.
All right, thank you so much. And my own part in what go be Nayad, because I'll get Femi and Tiboy for just round. And somebody say, I go read what the person say. For me, that's don't tell me a lot. He say, you will get Bobby, you can get cancer. Then the same person right say, know your body, know you Bobby, play with them, and get familiar with all lumps and bump them. So meaning say you get for familiar, just like I sister don't tell me say women then they get cancer, breast cancer, me say being deep and touch, I deep and try for familiar, now not be familiar. So now the word that family them at the health show go they come to on every Thursday, hosted by Isaac Sise Jalo. Now this platform here. So next week now the signs and symptoms, and he say Usai we will get for care, Usai will get for go if need be. Mr. Palmer, you don't hear the conversation. I'm sure you've learned a lot in the process. Give your own roundup, please, before we say tata.
Hello, Juma. Can you hear me?
Small no more. Talk loud.
Small. Okay, so for me, really and truly, I want to thank Asita for we camp, because we don't learn boku. The question when Mr. Duba asked, now myself be ask, because I don't did read that rumor, but I'm glad the other person asked him, because sometimes
clarify the Mr. Duba the more.
So I'm glad when somebody else asked that question there, because we don't did read anything and some of we can try for see if we able to do your own part for help. But now we don't learn say really and truly they're not to help. Anyway, I get one question for Aista. I don't know if you go mind for answer before you go.
I don't mind.
Okay, cool. So in this side of the world, over the years, I believe say we don't get more cases of cancer than in developing worlds. Not to say we don't get about something they don't diagnose and also rather than in the country that will come out with enable diagnose all of them. But we get I don't know what you call them, transformer them. We get houses them, we then build right under them transformer, then they na salon in other developing countries, and that's the cause more risk or it is negligible. Because the reason why they are standing back, because we get mobile phone the way they use now, so and people when they say we go sleep now, it's not sleep with your mobile phone next to years. It's not just here, because the mobile phones is all over the world now, developing and developed world of them. So I don't know if you will answer Yanda for me.
Well, I think there's a lot of conspiracy theory going on about the mobile phone. You go hear people and say no put mobile phone na ibobi pa Brazil they and that is because of I think that comes from the elements and the things, the materials, the way that they use for make mobile phone. So these are some of these materials are materials that can release radiation or harmful chemicals that way they induce cell multiplication and so on and so forth. But in terms of them specifically, no, I think because especially in the world, including developing world, there's a lot of regulations in terms of the release and exposure to radiation. So clearly, if there was a significant amount of radiation being released with these transformers, then it will be an issue. However, I think, like you say, the more the merrier. So if one mobile phone now you house, they release 1 nano of radiation, and then you get 10 mobile phone, that means automatically you have 10 nanos of radiation within your living room.
It's not a problem.
So that increases your risk to exposure to radiation. So I think the jury hangs on that.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Femi, you there? You answer?
Yes. Thank you, sir. I mean, really and truly, some of we, including T-Boy, we been holla, they make noise and earlier on. Some of we get small problem. We don't sleep enough.
I make her say it a cheat. It don't can't say it is sleep.
Yeah, so we don't sleep enough.
Call me middle net, I turn off my phone.
Anybody who sabi we no see now we problem in the end of the day.
Even the bluff way they bluff, but Kangama, internet don't go na Kangama.
Exactly.
So there's some level of radiation there.
Yeah.
The Kangama pole is about 2 hours away from my house. A minimum of 600 meters away.
But a different
so, not even there under my roof.
Now make Maji don't tell you say Duba no pass Duba. So if one Duba asks the question, then another Duba
no, una differentiate the Duba them all. Me on Duba different from the Duba we ask the question. Me I need to ask question at the top what you say. That Duba the way ask question now experience you want share.
Okay, now we come on now. We go for somebody Dubas them. So
well, me I go trust you now because where people that they run by this Duba so. Let next month where we go talk about prostate cancer. Let some people not own the Duba where go be for say some of them in there where this other Duba they ask now that 10 day we go see the benefits for Monday.
Well, we can't wait.
Just and they serve full.
Yes. Thank you so much, Isata once more. T-Boy, you want to say bye-bye?
Well, thank you once more. I know you know what let me go, but I go finally. Yeah. Thank you once more, Mrs. Isasa Sisejalo. It's a pleasure having you today for the first time on the Sierra Game Media platform. And I know, say, you will make a great difference on the platform. And I believe, say, your contribution is going to be immensely liked and supported by all we viewers, them, including even you on the way don't bring on board the platform. So we look forward to more educative programs from you. As we always say, this is our platform and we are Africans and we're telling our own story. That's why we're here. You don't break down the taboo of actually explaining a lot of what cancer actually means in Creole. I believe say if you can get the opportunity for talking self Mende, Simini Limba, local Creole, you will do so. Because I remember a few days ago they asked me, said, "What can we do this in Creole and Limba?" But I
so why you not talk about
there are different interpretations. I'm not going to give that kind of professional advice there. But yes, this is just for you no say no more. You really want to explore and make this thing become accessible to the layman within a village for making you understand the benefits and the awareness of cancer. So basically, we look forward to hear and see a lot of your educative program, and we are also learning. With reference to your prostate where they come anytime soon, we also get for open our hands and receive all the information that we get for Green Camp on behalf of we demand them, and we go look forward for we see and know what are some of the signs and symptoms there we will follow regarding that, because we cannot run away from illnesses. But like I say, I'm not past 35 age, so I am still on a safe zone where that safe zone they are really cool, they small. Anytime I talk about me age, Femi they shaking it. Femi, if you don't 50, not some problem now one day. you know fuck you about me no more. Juma, of course, you don't 50 by weight and my body and my whole thing. I still look like a teenager, and I will remain to look like a teenager, and I will live to see the rest of the health show for the next 45 years. It's a pleasure to have you, my dear.
All right, thank you so much, T-Boy. And Femi, what you want? You are respond. I see the can.
All right. Well, eventually, I don't know what you for say. T-Boy don't make her laugh too much. Really and truly, again, I'll just echo it in T-Boy say. We want to thank Esther for joining us. Although, you know, we laughed a lot today, but there are some serious issue that we talk about. I think as I said at the beginning, we get a lot of death them really happen to younger people them, and sometimes some of them death are so attributed to some of their ignorance they also will get within the community. So let's learn. I mean, I should say we did try for the way we will do. There's lots of other different areas them and people that we are experts on some of them topic are supposed to. But ISETA will try to guide us and una safe towards them people and they if una don't know them. So una keep tuned, una join we get plenty thing for una. And I should say ISETA get some wonderful guests them we get for Kawit. We go educate we all. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, and Fambulem. So we go say tata tona for today, and we go come tona. Please keep tuning in and follow Sarah Gem Media, and as well get the notification for the following, because in as much as we get regular programs now that we get zooming in, the big Sierra Leone debates and now the health show, we get some programs that we get for exclusive programs them or special programs because of the event of the rate at which things that they happen. Some things that in a real time, so we'll have to be giving you short notice and we'll not want you to miss, especially on breaking news and things like that. So always be on the standby, tune in to Sarah Gem Media, follow get the notification. And me, Juma Ba, on behalf of the team here and on behalf of we new host ISETA Stacey Jallo on the talk show, I say tata and thank you to una all, and until we meet again soon. Bye-bye.
Yes, this na term for all Salon people and then party them. Sarah Gem Media will be bringing you a variety of programs ranging from documentaries to discussions, interviews, news, views, sports, and entertainment. Our programs will contain matters on development, governance, the economy, and issues that are of importance to Sierra Leone. So, no left BNO because we get Bebe program then like Salon discussion, meets the ministers, the president's hour, and the Gladi program. Look me, I look you. All this they start soon na www.sarahgemmedia.org. Now who's term these?
As we talk about burning issues ranging from politics to the economy, culture to sport, education to entertainment, corruption to the environment, we realize the Sierra Leone story is far from finished. So, Sarah Gem Media Production brings you Zooming In. Zooming In is the program that
was raped multiple times by my aunt's boyfriend when I was 6.
I was repeatedly raped at the age of 8 by a close family member.
I was raped at 19. I didn't speak openly about it because I was ashamed and afraid that people would judge me.
I was raped at age 5 by my caregiver's husband.
On June 17th, 2020, 5-year-old Khadija Sakho, a beautiful little girl from Freetown, Sierra Leone, was repeatedly raped and strangled to death, allegedly by her own cousin. Her death shocked the nation. But in truth, in this small West African country, 9 out of 10 girls experience some form of sexual violence in their lifetime. Think about that for a second. 9 out of 10. That's 90%. My name is Aisha Sase. I'm a journalist and activist. I'm joining forces with Idris Elba and other activists from across Sierra Leone to support the survivors of sexual violence with the Survivors Solidarity Fund. Please consider donating whatever you can afford. All monies raised will go to 4 local organizations currently providing free medical and legal services to survivors. 5-year-old Khadija lost her life to sexual violence. That same threat remains for millions of others. So this is also a call for you to use your voice, your power, to draw attention to an enduring culture of rape. Together, we must end it now. My name is Aisha Sase. I am Khadija Sakho.
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 We are Khadija Sakho.
We are all Khadija Sakho.
Tell you once, we tell you twice. This life not fight, you got to be wise. Every day you are right, give praise with a dance. Yeah, yeah, keep on trying. Day we awake, a different story. Work night and day, not the same story. When me young go better, when I go left for each where. When me young break go butter, then go they call me master. Then go they answer me yes sir. When me young two go turn to 4. This time I go get some, we'll come up and go. So don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. Yeah, keep on trying. If they say you not gonna make it, keep on trying. Life not they treat you well. Keep on trying. You married not they go well. Keep on trying. Opportunity that they come your way. Keep on trying. You dey feel say na you suffer pass, na you suffer pass, na you suffer pass. You dey feel say na you suffer pass, na you suffer pass, na you suffer pass. You dey feel say na you suffer pass, na you suffer pass, na you suffer pass. You dey feel say na you suffer pass, na you suffer pass, na you suffer pass. Some man you pass you, yeah. Keep on trying. As long as you dey try, keep on trying. One day, keep on trying. You must make up. You got to keep on trying. If you just keep on trying, keep on trying. Anything you they do, for all and time. Believe on your dreams and walk to the future. Yeah, keep on trying. Therefore keep on trying. If you na painter, carpenter or farmer, so you the traders, me mama then na bacha. Keep on do you do, keep on the try, one day you go make 'em. You the feel say na you suffer pass, na you suffer pass, na you suffer pass. You the feel say na you suffer pass, na you suffer pass, na you suffer pass. You the feel say na you suffer pass, na you suffer pass, na you suffer pass. You the feel say na you suffer pass, na you suffer pass, na you suffer pass.
You don't tire with life. Keep on trying. Doctors say you could die. Keep on trying. Don't tire for cry. Keep on trying. What I done now you eye. Keep on trying. Whatever you do, never move on. Keep on trying. Gonna make sure you move on. Keep on trying. You not lose hope and cry. Keep on trying. Wait for the day it will come. Keep on trying. 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 Keep on trying, 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 keep on trying. You're not tired, you're not tired, you're not tired, you hustle on it, you're not tired, but you say you money not pay, money done, now you on, keep on trying, keep on trying.
My mama used to tell me true love is how much you comprehend. Right to the end. You see them changing different lovers and my feeling like they're superstars. Nowadays many youths fall in love because they want a piece of cake. No, it shouldn't be the way that girl needs love. So draw her close and hold her in your arms. It's time to give up all the faces in the world and turn your mind towards your girl. This thing called love, love, love is supernatural. This thing called love, love, love is unconditional. This thing called love, love, love is so magical. Yeah. Yeah. If you know you cannot make it, then you really don't trust yourself. Be rest assured what you give to her is what she gives to you. No, you don't know what it means to be loved. Get yourself involved, you learn. Love your end, such a feeling is a chemistry to the soul. Love your end, such a feeling is a chemistry to the soul. This thing called love, love is supernatural. Yeah, this thing called love, love, love is unconditional. This thing called love, love, love is so magical. Yeah, to tell you the truth, love is so romantic. And I tell you again, love is so magical. And I tell you again, love is supernatural. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So all the lyrics that I sing for ya, you better grab it before you lose your roots. Don't let it dwell in your mind. True love is hard to find. So when you lose it, someone else will take it. Don't be kiddish in the game. How can you live to love again in this thing called love? In this thing called love. Never lose
Silverstone Beats.
People killing, people dying, children hurt and hear them crying. You can practice what you preach, or would you turn the other cheek? Father, 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 help us. Send some guidance from above. People got me questioning, where is the love?
See this life we live, oh, we all have to give, oh, yeah, yeah. Cause all I see is evil, and too much killing of my people, yeah, yeah. So let's bless one another, yeah, yeah. So let's help one another. I sing again, yeah.
What's in me, I don't see this can't seem really happen. This not to be education opportunity. Now in we need, may we learn for the share, not to all time for the greed.
You see this life, the live, oh, is it where we lose or we know? Stop killing one another, let's stand together, yeah. Stop playing the hero, looking at each other like we're zero. On your block with a C, money they can make every day pan pre, yeah.
Alright, they took our boys, they take our joy, take our joy. This are the time we stop now crime. Don't blind bodies like your future.
Stop the stabbing, stop the killing. Let's love one another. Peace.
I see fighting every day, I see dying every day. Why don't we help each other and pave the way for a better life, a life that we all deserve? Instead of killing each other, why don't we preserve? So you wanna be a bad man, he's gonna be a badder man. You got a big knife, he's gonna get a bigger knife. Our people suffered for years in chains. Now we turn on each other, cut for gains. For the ones that send the youth to kill themselves, you pretend to be a father figure but only care for yourself. You are nothing but the flesh of the devil. You're evil, low life on another level. Think about the mothers and the pain they go through. You don't care for these kids, they mean nothing to you. But karma only knows the boomerang maneuver. One day the green reaper will be your remover.
This little deranged ranting up some sanctimonious food is a poetic verses, ruminate a prophecy given to a sentient dude. So I say it's as it is for you to listen and the juice, the wisdom that's gonna liberate and galvanize you. Under the sun ain't nothing new, that for black and black crimes and breaking news. Under the sun ain't nothing new.
You gotta stand up, stand up for what you believe in. Gotta stand up, stand up for what is right. Cause if you got me, then I've got you too. Regardless of what you've been through, even when you're feeling new. Do this if we try. There's no time to waste, no time. Together forever, whatever the weather. Us as a unit working together.
See, I've been a long done, but me heart still at home. God don't lift me up, but me heart still at run. You will never go far if you don't know where you're from. So I don't do it for myself, I'ma do it for the young. Plead to my brothers, let's do it for the youngest. Why spend a bag on a jumper? Back where you're from, people dying with hunger. With people then they suffer. You then I argue the bluff, it's copper. In the game, need for change. Let we not get up. Where's the love? Where's the love, yo? Where's the love? I said,
Where is the love? Little youth, let's take time. Stop all the knife and the gun crime. Think of the future, paint that picture. Get a youth in the future. Peace gonna rain on me. Peace gonna rain on me. Yeah.
Let's stop the violence and come together. Get rid of knives and guns and bombs. Let's be together. With peace and love, golden hope through storm and weather. See what is going on. Where is the love?
Tell me, how do you feel when you see your brothers and sisters lying down the street helplessly? And what will you do if you die today and find yourself in hell? I want to ask you this. Look inside your eyes and answer me with all the truth. Where you get whose side the love they?
when I left. Boku man them get nef. If you live by the nef, you will suffer. You know get sense, you know sabi say nef not for butter. Stabbing guys, yeah that's uncool. When it comes to knives, yeah I'm anti. What happened to fighting guys with your hands, G? When you stab a man, it's not one man you stab. Just remember that you stab a whole family.
People killing, people dying, children hurt and hear them crying. You can practice what you preach, or you will turn the other cheek. Father, 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 help us, send some guidance from above. People got me questioning, where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? The love, the love. Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? The love, the love.
well, whose side we go, sweet alone. What a beautiful love. We fall like unto the bone, cause if it well, whose side we go. Everybody me say well done. If we always country so strong, everybody me say stand up. If you like salon, say yeah, 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 yeah. Then say yeah, 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 yeah. Then say yeah. So good in the morning, the land is just gloomy, the moon is going, the cloud is forming, the cocks are crowing, dew is falling, the birds are coming, everybody running. Inside Switzerland today, the land is yummy. See the mommy they cooking fufu, the party smoking cigarettes. Rajo they watch baby musu, where they find out the countries. Right in West Africa, on the Atlantic Ocean. Inside this land, so much I can boast of. Look at the good plantation, from the beach I get meditation. Make me not well this nation, I get L-O-V-E for me alone. Yeah, for me alone. Love for me alone, sweet alone. What a beautiful love. We fall like unto the bone, cause if it well, whose side we go, sweet alone. What a beautiful love. We fall like unto the bone, cause if it well, whose side we go. Everybody me say well done. If we all this country so strong, everybody me say stand up. If you like salon, say yeah, 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 yeah. Then say yeah, 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 yeah. Then say yeah.
I know a L-O-V-E-C where love was a hello place where sweet like gold, got diamond box, I silver and gold. So that we make time for the young and old. I mean for let we serve, help we serve. I'll see you come from the bars, you want for put chest. Peace, love and unity, now for put first. For the jealousy and portrait, that don't make sense. Togetherness is one, but wait for we success. So get up and go up, I'll sit down for the top. I criticize the government just for mix up. But stack on the bill, so we need for put stuff. Have for hustle for you all, no matter how you struggle the bone. This life without pain, not easy, not in the zone. Just forget to live it, myself can broke slow. We like to say I go, I never forget about this home.
Sweet alone, what a beautiful love. We fall like unto the bone, cause if it well, whose side we go, sweet alone. What a beautiful love. We fall like unto the bone, cause if it well, whose side we go. Everybody me say well done. If we all this country so strong, everybody me say stand up. If you like salon, say yeah, 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 yeah. Then say yeah. Say, sweet alone how we each and everyone go take care of his own. We all remember say, this country now we each and everyone for take care of us alone. I will exalt thee, realm of the free. Great is the love where I get for so long. I got enough track of one for maintain this land. No matter the situation, I get love for so long. I got enough every day, no day, pamphlet, place in a picking go school, make it go land the boo. I don't owe me all like farmer, put the country part up for any attack, me the way me go. I got enough every day, no day, pamphlet, place in a picking go school, make it go land the boo. I don't owe me all like farmer, put the country part up for any attack, me the way me go. Sweet alone, what a beautiful love. We fall like unto the bone, cause if it well, whose side we go, sweet alone. What a beautiful love. We fall like unto the bone, cause if it well, whose side we go. Everybody me say well done. If we all this country so strong, everybody me say stand up. If you like salon, say yeah, 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 yeah. Then say yeah, 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 yeah.
was the brightest at our level. Even though she was as innocent as the heaven, that did not stop Papa Abu at age 57 to ask for her hand in marriage as she turns 11. Her parents, being naive about this rage, tolerated this marriage, and this destroyed the hopes and dreams of Kadiatu to live like it in Seattle. Instead, she's been used as a tool by an old school. Kadiatu is being used as a bait by her own mate. My friend has been emotionally tortured by this old culture. Old child marriage, it's on the rampage like disease, eating up the fabric of our girl child image, and it's our duty to cage. Let's diverge. Please be obliged. It is now we emerge from this ancient custom at large.
If not for this dreadful event, Kadiatu could have become president, but now she has been trapped in an old man's residence, like a mosquito in a tent. She is vulnerable, but with her age, she is still able to become that virtuous woman of substance, like Madam Patricia Kaba, Madam Dr. Kadi Sise, Madam Sianyama Kooma, Madam Dr. Sylvia O'Blyden, Madam Her Excellency Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Oh yes, without child marriage, our girl child can still turn into Madam Hillary Clinton, Madam Theresa May. Be it as it may, Madam Condoleezza Rice. Let's not be hypnotized, but rather stay wise, for this can only be realized if education is being prioritized and child marriage is being criticized. So please, parents, do not relent, as it is apparent that a girl child can become great if only you patiently wait.
Of all the crimes committed against a person, rape is the one that leaves a person feeling very violated. A rape victim is often left with the feeling that a part of them has been torn apart.
To use another person's body and ignore the souls that resides within is one of the most outstandingly shocking crimes that one person can commit against another.
Some men harass and rape their women.
Some men sexually abuse underage girls.
Some men beat and kill their wives.
Any form of sexual assault is unacceptable.
There must be consent before you act.
Being in a relationship is not consent.
If they are not sober, they can't consent.
Flirting is not a consent. We had sex before is not consent.
Silence. It's not consent.
Only an informed, sober, freely given, ongoing, and enthusiastic yes is consent.
Women should stop dying in silence.
A man does not become a real man by physically dominating a woman. A man becomes a real man by loving, protecting, and respecting the woman.
Real men do not rape or abuse women and children.
Let all real men stand with us. And together, let's say no to child abuse, no to domestic violence, no to all forms of rape, being it spousal rape, intimate partner rape, child sex abuse, statutory rape, date rape, serial rape, and gang rape.
We must rise up against this ugly trend.
Justice for one, justice for all.
All sexual assault must stop, and it must stop now.
When I was young, a lot of things were different. Unfortunately, most of the differences seen now are heartbreaking and are not good at all.
Before now, men were strong protectors of the weak, fathers,
brothers, lovers, sons. Their mere presence guaranteed the safety of women and children.
But what do we do now?
Men harassing and raping women.
Men sexually abuse little girls.
Men battering and killing their wives.
Any form of sexual assault, be it rape, sexual abuse, or pedophilia, is a killer to human self-esteem.
Women should stop dying in silence. Speak now.
The rapist should be stigmatized, not the victim.
I think death sentence should be the consequence of such terrible act.
And you mothers, build confidence in your children, put trust in them, listen to them when they make reports, and take necessary actions.
Talking of mothers before now, women were virtuous.
They were mothers, daughters, and sisters.
Nurturing, counseling, supporting their men folks.
But now,
women are trafficking female children for money.
Women are forced to be silent.
All this must stop, and it must stop now.
Real men do not abuse, rape, or molest women and children. It is barbaric, unacceptable.
Let all real men stand with us. Together, let's say an emphatic no to rape, sexual abuse, pedophilia, and domestic violence.
As we talk about burning issues ranging from politics to the economy, culture to sport, education to entertainment, corruption to the environment, we realize the Sierra Leone story is far from finished. So, Sierra Leone Media Production brings you Zoom In. Zoom In is the program that engages everyday people, entrepreneurs, inventors, entertainers, activists, policymakers, and politicians to discuss and debate issues relating to Sierra Leone. Zoom In digs deep into the issues and stories. Zoom In ensures the debate is pushed to another level. Zoom In asks those questions that has never been asked before. So, join us, host Chumaba.
For all Salon people and then party them. Sierra Leone Media will be bringing you a variety of programs ranging from documentaries to discussions, interviews, news, views, sports, and entertainment. Our programs will contain matters on development, governance, the economy, and issues that are of importance to Sierra Leone. So, no left BNO because we get Bebe program then like Salon discussion, meets the ministers, the President's Hour and the Gladi program, Look Me, I Look You. All this, they start soon na www.sarahjmedia.org. Now, who's them these?